Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavadhitam Trigunarahitam, which is a global undertaking observed by the whole of Kailasa under the blessings, guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. The Pacchai Vratham is one of the Vrathams, one of the many Vrathams which are there in Hinduism, which are prescribed in the source scriptures of the Veda Agamas. The Pacchai Vratham is followed by Devi Parashakti, by Mariamman herself, for the purpose of raising the super consciousness of every individual and the humanity as the whole. So let us actually understand what exactly is the Pacchai Vratham. It has been going on for the past so many days and will continue to go on for another 14 more days. So what exactly is the Pacchai Vratham? How can I benefit from this program? Well, to answer the first question, the Pacchai Vratham is an effort by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to reach and accomplish the 17 sustained goals of the United Nations through the revival of the authentic Hinduism in the form of Kailasa, the first Hindu nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is teaching, sharing the importance and initiating us all into Pacchai Vratham to achieve this reality. The Pacchai Vratham has multiple benefits of those who are observing the Vratham. Through the Pacchai Vratham, the science of Kaya Kalpa experientially starts manifesting in those who are observing the Vratham. Not only that, but the grace of Ganapati, the grace of Paramashiva, of Parashakti Mariamman are bestowed upon those who are observing the Vrathams. And all the 463 powers of Paramashiva also starts manifesting through you. The Pacchai Vratham is observed from the last Sunday of the Tamil month Masi till the last Sunday of the Tamil month period. Devi Parashakti, Devi Mahamariamman observes the Pacchai Vratham for the welfare of her devotees. Devi Parashakti represents the self-purification process of the entire Prakriti. This is a beautiful description given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, how Devi Parashakti purifies the universe. The water element from the ocean, when it gets purified by the fire element from the sun, it gets transformed into clouds and showers down back as rain. This rain purifies the earth and the air, the space, making it the ultimate purifier. Mahamari, Parashakti, represents the self-purification of the entire Prakriti. Of the entire nature. Vratham period every year, Devi Parashakti, Mahamari, Prakriti, she herself observes the Pacchai Vratham, thereby not only purifying the entire Prakriti, but also giving us the opportunity to purify ourselves along with her. The Pacchai Vratham is designed to spiritually heal all our toxins, physically and psychological ailments. The diet of the Pacchai Vratham is specifically designed for these things. It also helps to clear out all the toxins and blockages from your system, as well as to strengthen your immune system to effectively fight off diseases. Not only that, but it helps to relieve all your stress, anxiety, and tension. What are some of the benefits of observing the Pacchai Vratham? The benefits are many. First and foremost, the purification of your body happens. And because of the purification of your body, you create a space for Paramashiva and Parashakti to manifest through you. The spiritual healing of the whole world starts happening when they start manifesting through you. Your body, your system becomes prepared to receive the science of immortality. Moreover, you receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti to stay protected from all diseases. There are thousands and thousands of Mariamman temples in and around India. But it was the temple of Samayapuram, which is the first tala, the first place where Mariamman was worshipped. Samayapuram also happens to be a Shakti Pita, while the eye of Devi Sati fell on the Bhumi. After the self-immolation of Devi Sati, Parandama, Lord Vishnu, with his Sudarshan Chakra, cut the body of Devi Sati into 54 pieces, which fell on different parts of the planet. Each place became a Shakti Pita, a place where Devi Parashakti is worshipped. Samayapuram is the place where the eye of Devi Sati had fallen. The temple of Samayapuram Mariamman itself was built by the Vijayanagara king. The Vijayanagara king was traveling northwards to wage war on a certain region. On the way, he stopped and stayed in Samayapuram. He had then declared that if he wins the war, which he was going to go and wage, he would build a beautiful temple for Devi Mariamman, for Devi Parashakti. With the grace and blessings of Devi, the Vijayanagara king was victorious in the war and, in true word to his commitment, built the temple of Samayapuram Mariamman. Devi Parashakti is well known to take care of the practical, down-to-earth problems of her devotees. To protect her devotees from chickenpox and other diseases, as well as to keep the peace in the region, Devi Parashakti herself personally goes around the village in the night. People who have slept in the temple of Devi have heard the sounds of Devi's anklets as she makes her rounds, marking her auspicious presence. This temple was also visited by King Dasharatha during his reign in Ayodhya and by King Vikramaditya during his reign in Ujjain. Let us understand the importance of mother worship now in Hinduism. Cosmos not only reveres, but celebrates and worships the feminine consciousness, the feminine energy. This is a very unique aspect of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, because women who embody the feminine consciousness are not just revered and respected, but they are worshipped. The Vedagamas does not just give equal rights to women, it reveres them, it honors them, and it worships them. In the Hindu tradition, everything which is worthy of worship, be it the gods, the rivers, everything is named in a feminine way, in the feminine expressive way. Female names, the feminine expression names, are given for Shaktis, energies. The whole of nature itself, the earth, is called as Bhuma Devi in Hindu tradition. In Hindu tradition, the earth is not just a geography, it is a biology. It is a living being and it is worshipped as female. All rivers, the Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, other than the one river of Brahmaputra, all other rivers are given the feminine names. Hindu tradition is the oldest tradition worshipping divine in the form of woman, in the female form of Devi. Hinduism has a separate sampradaya called the Shakta Sampradaya, which is the worship of feminine energy, worshipping the highest wherever women are pleased, wherever women are worshipped. All gods reside there with bliss and with joy. In the Vedic tradition, we call this as the Matra Rupena Samsthita. There is a beautiful shloka in the Chandi part, in the Chandi Parayanam, which is 300 verses extolling the glory of Devi Parashakti. The verse goes, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matra Rupena Samsthita. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. The translation of this verse, O Devi, who is residing in all beings, whatever exists in the form of ultimate creativity, Mother, who is residing, I bow down, I bow down, I bow down, I surrender. This is an amazing stotra which beautifully depicts how women are held, treated, and revered in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The essence of mother worship is nothing but the mothering of the cosmos inside of us. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism, basically, fundamentally, he himself is a Shakta, a mother worshipper. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism became enlightened through the Shakta tradition, through the worship of mother. Because we all need to understand our whole biomemory is given to us by our mother. The energy expression happens very quickly in the mother worship. In all other bhavas, the energy expression does happen, but takes a lot of time to experience the energy expression. Matru Bhava makes the energy expression very quick and very strong. While you may be in the body of a female or you may be in the body of a male, that itself doesn't matter. But if you start mothering the cosmos inside of you, you will become the cosmic mother. Mother worship is a very different tradition of enlightenment. It is one of the main ways to achieve enlightenment because it is not based on any social law. The masculine part is always social based, but the feminine part, the part of mother worship, is always enlightenment based. So, whatever religion you may belong to, explore the feminine worship part of that religion. The first and foremost relationship in our life which we have is the relationship with our mother. The idea to learn, even the idea to relate with others and with life, starts with our mother. How to relate starts with our mother. Your idea to relate, your ability to relate starts with your mother. Those who have lived around their mother till the age of 14 are extremely blessed. Because till 14, if you have had your mother living around you, living with you, then you know how to connect with the mother. You know how to connect with the divine as mother. You don't need a separate lesson to connect with the divine. There are various attitudes, various bhavas, various techniques, various methodologies to connect with the divine, to connect with the higher consciousness. But nothing is compared to the Matru Bhava, which is connecting with the mother. The unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is this sacred feminine worship, having this as the mainstream tradition. Even if everything that the Vedic tradition gave to humanity becomes lost due to some tsunami or some earthquake, just if this one worship of woman, worship of mother, worship of the sacred feminine tradition is there, then everything can be revived back. If the sacred feminine tradition alone is retained, everything which Vedic tradition can offer to the world, everything can be revived back. Because it is the mother worship which is the seed. All traditions which miss the sacred feminine worship, whether worshipping the sacred feminine or techniques to awaken the sacred feminine in us, lost its life within 100 years. One of the greatest things which happened in the Ramakrishna mission is that Sharda Devi was included in the main worship altar. And Ramakrishna mission is what it is today now. It is just that one thing of adding the sacred feminine worship as a part of the tradition. The same way, the tradition of Ramana Maharishi, the place was given for Ramana Maharishi's mother. Because unless the place, the representation for the sacred feminine energy, unless that is given, unless the techniques to awaken the sacred feminine energy happen, neither enlightenment can happen, nor can it be transmitted. Mother worship is a vital part of the Vedic tradition, through which the enlightenment energy manifests. After having now listened to the various powerful cognitions, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed about the importance of mother worship and achieving the ultimate experience of enlightenment through mother, let us now enter into today's completion process to heal our relationship with the mother energy inside of us. Mother does not just refer or is limited to the biological mother in our life. Growing up, we have many, many mother figures. Some are in the form of our grandmothers, some are maybe in the form of an aunt. It may even be the caretakers who were there and who grew us up, who took care of us when we were young. It could even be maybe an elementary school teacher or preschool teacher. Maybe a number of different people in your life, or sometimes it may even be an elder sister. There are a number of people through our life who, through some way, through some form or the other, have been mother figures in our life. And only when we bring completion with all of them, does our connection with the divine become also complete. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares again and again that whatever incompletions we have with our father, our biological father, or the father figures in our life, whatever incompletions we have with the mother figures in our life, it is the same incompletions, it is the same problems which we are going to project on the cosmic mother, on the cosmic father, on the guru, and on the divine. And so this is a very important part which we all need to understand and we all need to contemplate and study how completion in the different aspects of our life directly reflects to the completion we have with our mother, the completion we have with our father, directly reflects into the completion we have with the divine. And so now with this, let us enter into the completion process. During these 28 days of the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, we are doing this completion process to systematically ensure and remove every single incompletion, every single pain pattern which we would have experienced with our mother, removing all of those so that we can start experiencing the divine as mother, so that our relationship with our mother becomes automatically completed. So now with this, let us now enter into the first part of the completion process. This completion process is in 4 different steps. The first step is going to be identifying the incidences in our life, starting with the earliest incident where we felt that our mother was against us, our mother was not supporting us. When you're writing down this incident, try to be as detailed as possible as to who were all there as a part of the incident, what transpired, what took place during the incident, and what did you feel, what was your reaction and response towards your mother throughout the whole incident. What are the various cognitions, conclusions about your mother did you develop because of this root incident? We all need to understand that it is before the age of 7. Till the age of 7, we form all the root patterns, all the root thought currents because of various incidences, various situations which happen throughout our life. And so when you are now penning down and identifying the earliest incidences in your life when you felt your mother was against you, not supporting you, it will usually happen between the age before 7. So 6, 5, 4, sometimes even 3 or 2. These are the ages where mostly we have the incompletions. The incompletion, the root pattern starts forming in us. And so now through the completion of the root pattern, through the completion of the root thought currents, we can start experiencing completion with the mother figures in our life, which automatically will bring completion with the Divine Mother. And so now with this, let us enter into the first step of today's completion process by writing down the incidences in our life and being as detailed about it as possible. And so now let us enter into the completion process. Please get a pen and paper for the completion. The completion process can also be done on your devices or your gadgets, but it's highly recommended to write and do the completion process. Because writing them down with your hand, on pen, on paper, gives impact is much more than typing it out on your devices. So now, let us enter into the completion process. Let us start first creating the right Vata Varna around us to start the completion. So if it is a little bit dark and it's very dimly lit, if the room in which you're sitting is dimly lit, then please take a few moments to switch on the lights. Please take a few moments to clear out all the other distractions which may be there in your space. That includes closing doors, closing a couple of windows. Take the opportunity to do that. If you need to get a cup of coffee, then take the time to do that as well. And come back and settle down and start the completion process. Yes. Let us now enter into the first step of the completion process. The instructions are going to be projected on the screen, and the Mahavakya music is going to be played lightly in the background. Please take the time to clear your space, clear the Vata Varna, and enter into the completion process. Let us now begin.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Once you have identified the root incidences from where the pain patterns, the root thought patterns are developing, just a small reminder to make sure that whatever you have written down, you have written them down as detailed as possible. Once you have penned down all the root patterns and root incidences, root thought currents, we can now move to the second step of the completion process, which is reliving all of these incidences within our inner space for 5 times. This is the first step into the Sopunatva Kriya, which is the process of doing the completion with ourselves. Now, the second step of the process, which is reliving the incident 5 times within our inner space, the important keyword here is reliving. So what does it mean to relive? Well, let us first understand what does it mean to remember. Remembering means thinking of the incident, going back to it with the same thought current which we are carrying now, with the same cognitions about life which we are carrying now. How we perceive life, how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive others, whatever cognition which we are carrying right now. Don't remember the incident from that cognition. Because remembrance of anything, remembrance of all these incidences, which are the source of incompletion, by remembering them, it only puts you into more and more incompletion. It puts you into more and more guilt. More and more frustration, more and more. Only when you relive the incident 5 times within as the Supreme Part of Hinduism says, re-age we witness the incident, whatever age we experience the incident. Only when you relive the incident from that space, only then does the incident get relieved from our system. Understand, the Supreme Part of Hinduism defines completion as not having the hangover of the past in your present. It is because of the hangover of the past in your present, you are neither able to manifest what you want into reality at this moment, nor will you be able to going into the future. And so it is only through the process of reliving the incident from the age you experienced it, whether that age is 4, that age is 5, whatever that age was. Reliving the incident from that age, planning about life you had at that time, reliving the incident from that age, from that space, only can bring the completion experience in you. And so now, let us enter into the next step of this completion process, which is reliving the incident 5 times within our inner space. Relive the incident as if it is happening right now, and you are the child version of yourself experiencing it again. And also remember that you should not remember the incident using your current logic, not justifying what happened, but rather allowing all your emotions to flow through you, allowing all your emotions to come out and experience the incident as you experienced it so many years ago. Let us enter into the second step of the completion process. Please begin.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. โ Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes.
Entering into the third step of the completion process. After having identified the root thought patterns, the root incidences, after having relived those incidences of the completion process, which we are directly going to be calling our biological mother or the various mother figures of our life, and complete the completion process. And so now let's enter into the third step of the completion process, which is picking up the mirror and narrating the incident to yourself 5 times loud and clear. As if you are telling your mother about we're entering into the first step, which is directly calling and completing your mother. This is the second step of the Purnatva Kriya. Yes. Let us now enter into the third step of the completion process, which is narrating the incident 5 times in the mirror, speaking to yourself. As if you're telling your mother about the completion process which you are doing. Let us now begin.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Once you have identified ruling completion and done the Swapunatva Kriya of reliving the incidences in your inner space for 5 times. Once you have narrated the incident to yourself 5 times in front of the mirror, we can now enter into the 4th and final step of the completion process. The 4th and final step of the completion process, which is calling your biological mother, calling the mother figures of your life, and doing the completion process with them. It is important to remember that while you are making this phone call, not to blame them for the incident which had happened, at the same time not to feel guilty about what you had done. The important part of the completion process is that to only allow the completion to happen, to let go of the past, the hangover of the past in your present. There's a difference between apologizing and completing. You do not necessarily need to apologize for what you have done. At the same time, you do not need to feel guilty and feel frustrated or angry about the past that happened. You do not need to blame life for what had happened. All you need to do is let go of it. Be complete with it. And so now we can begin the 4th and final step of the completion process. Pick up the phone and call them. If they're there in our vicinity, then talk to them in person. Even having a video call is perfectly all right. Let us now reach out to the various mother figures of our life with whom we are doing this completion process with and complete the completion process. Let us now begin.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Once you have completed all 4 parts of the completion process of identifying the incidents, reliving the incidents in our inner space, narrating the incidents to ourselves in the mirror, and calling and talking to our mother figures of our life and doing the completion process, we can now enter into the next segment of this program, which is having the live darshan of Devi Parashakti, having the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from Nithyaneshwara Paramashiva Devasthanam, Devalayam from Adi Kailasa Biddi. It is this part, this segment of offering our worship, our puja to Devi, which completes the Vratham, which transforms the fasting into Vratham. As we are going to be joined live as you're going to be joined live with the Biddi Adi Kailasa Devasthanam, we ourselves can offer the puja as well to Devi Parashakti. The puja is going to be happening in 4 steps, starting with the Archana, the offering of 108 names, followed by the offering of incense sticks, the lit lamp, Naivedyam, and the Arati. So you can offer the puja as well. You can take and keep the Guru Padukas, take and keep the Shri Yantra, the Mahameru Mandala, as well as if you have deities of Devi Parashakti, you can take and keep all of them as well. And prepare for the Archana. If you have fresh flowers, that is highly advisable for the Archana. Otherwise, even if you have the processed turmeric, the Haridra, the Kumkum, you can offer the Kumkum Archana as well. Following the offering of Archana will be the offering of incense sticks, the offering of the lit lamp, the offering of freshly cooked Naivedya, which is in accordance to the guidelines of the Pacchai Pattini Vratham diet, followed by the offering of Arati. Please take a few moments now to go ahead and get ready and prepare yourself for the puja. Also, please make sure that you are in the traditional attire, the agamic dress code, the yoga vastram. For males, that would be without the upper cloth and with the dhoti and sutaparitam. And for the females, that would be wearing the traditional sari. Also, please make sure you're wearing the rudrakshas and have the vibhuti and kumkum in all the correct places. Please take a few minutes now to get ready as we prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti. Please stay tuned. In a few minutes from now, very soon, the puja is going to be starting. Please take this time now to get ready and offer the puja yourself to Devi Parashakti, to transform our fasting into Vratham, and to worship, offer our gratitude to the divine for everything they have given us, they have blessed us in our life. Let us now start getting ready and prepare ourselves for the puja. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back shortly. Nithyananda.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
आनन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम् नित्यानन्दपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां ललाटे त्रिपुण्ड्रे निटिलकृतकस्तूरीतिलकः स्फुरन्मालाधारस्फुरितकटिकौपीनवसनः दधानो दुस्तारं शिरसि फणिराजं शशिकलां प्रदीपः सर्वेषाम् अरुणगिरियोगी विजयते। ॐ सत्यै नमः। ॐ साध्व्यै नमः। ॐ भवप्रीतायै नमः। ॐ भवान्यै नमः। ॐ भवमोचन्यै नमः। ॐ आर्यायै नमः। ॐ दुर्गायै नमः। ॐ जयायै नमः। ॐ आद्यायै नमः। ॐ त्रिनेत्रायै नमः। ॐ शूलधारिण्यै नमः। ॐ पिनाकधारिण्यै नमः। ॐ चित्रायै नमः। ॐ चण्डघण्टायै नमः। ॐ महातपायै नमः। ॐ मनरूपायै नमः। ॐ बुद्ध्यै नमः। ॐ अहङ्कारायै नमः। ॐ चित्तरूपायै नमः। ॐ चितायै नमः। ॐ चित्यै नमः। ॐ सर्वमन्त्रमय्यै नमः। ॐ सत्तायै नमः। ॐ सत्यानन्दस्वरूपिण्यै नमः। ॐ अनन्तायै नमः। ॐ भाविन्यै नमः। ॐ भव्यायै नमः। ॐ भव्यायै नमः। ॐ अभव्यायै नमः। ॐ सदागत्यै नमः। ॐ शाम्भव्यै नमः। ॐ देवमात्रे नमः। ॐ चिन्तायै नमः। ॐ रत्नप्रियाय सदायै नमः। ॐ सर्वविद्यायै नमः। ॐ दक्षकन्यायै नमः। ॐ दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै नमः। ॐ अपर्णायै नमः। ॐ अनेकवर्णायै नमः। ॐ पाटलायै नमः। ॐ पाटलावत्यै नमः। ॐ पट्टाम्बरपरिधानायै नमः। ॐ कलमञ्जीररञ्जिन्यै नमः। ॐ अमेयविक्रमायै नमः। ॐ क्रूरायै नमः। ॐ सुन्दरायै नमः। ॐ सुरसुन्दर्यै नमः। ॐ वनदुर्गायै नमः ॐ मातङ्ग्यै नमः ॐ मतङ्गमुनिपूजितायै नमः ॐ ब्राह्म्यै नमः ॐ माहेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ ऐन्द्र्यै नमः ॐ कौमार्यै नमः ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः ॐ चामुण्डायै नमः ॐ वाराह्यै नमः ॐ लक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ पुरुषाकृत्यै नमः ॐ विमलायै नमः ॐ उत्कर्षिण्यै नमः ॐ ज्ञानायै नमः ॐ क्रियायै नमः ॐ नित्यायै नमः ॐ बुद्धिदायै नमः ॐ बहुलायै नमः ॐ बहुलप्रेमायै नमः ॐ सर्ववाहनवाहनायै नमः ॐ निशुम्भशुम्भहनन्यै नमः ॐ महिषासुरमर्दिन्यै नमः ॐ मधुकैटभहन्त्र्यै नमः ॐ चण्डमुण्डविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वासुरविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वदानवघातिन्यै नमः ॐ सर्वशास्त्रमय्यै नमः ॐ सत्यायै नमः ॐ सर्वास्त्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ अनेकशस्त्रहस्तायै नमः ॐ अनेकास्त्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ कुमार्यै नमः ॐ एककन्यायै नमः ॐ कैशोर्यै नमः ॐ युवत्यै नमः ॐ यत्यै नमः ॐ अप्रौढायै नमः ॐ प्रौढायै नमः ॐ वृद्धमात्रे नमः ॐ बलप्रदायै नमः ॐ महोदर्यै नमः ॐ मुक्तकेश्यै नमः ॐ घोररूपायै नमः ॐ महाबलायै नमः ॐ अग्निज्वालायै नमः ॐ रौद्रमुख्यै नमः ॐ कालरात्र्यै नमः ॐ तपस्विन्यै नमः ॐ नारायण्यै नमः ॐ भद्रकाल्यै नमः ॐ विष्णुमायायै नमः ॐ जलोदर्यै नमः ॐ शिवदूत्यै नमः ॐ कराळ्यै नमः ॐ अनन्तायै नमः ॐ परमेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ कात्यायन्यै नमः ॐ सावित्र्यै नमः ॐ प्रत्यक्षायै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मवादिन्यै नमः श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमो नमः। नेत्राणां दशभिष्यतैः परिवृताम् अत्युग्रचर्माम्बरां हेमाभां महतीं विलम्बितशिखां मामुक्तकेशान्वितां घण्टामण्डितपादपद्मयुगलां नागेन्द्रकुम्भस्तनीम् इन्द्राक्षीं परिचिन्तयामि सततं प्रत्यक्षसिद्धिप्रदाम्। ॐ धूरसिधूर्वधूर्मन्तन्धूर्वदयं पूर्वामत्वं देवानामश्वस्तितमं भक्तितमं दुष्टतमं वन्दितमं देवभूतममधुतमतिहविन्दानन्दकुम्भत्वमाह्वा मित्रस्य त्वाचक्षुषा प्रेमाभेर्मादस्मिन्धा मात्वानि नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेवी नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। ॐ मम तदग्न आगहि श्रिया मा परिपातय। ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम्। ॐ मधुवातारुतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः। माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुम्रजः। मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमाकुम् अस्तु सूर्यः। माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः। मधु मधु मधु। ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ॐ सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। शरणागतदीनार्थपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्त्यहरे देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते। ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं इन्द्राक्षीं श्रीं पें स्वाहा। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति श्री इन्द्राक्षिदेव्यै नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि। रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर। गङ्गाधरनामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं ददाम्यहम्। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda?
Bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Nithyananda? Yes, Nithyananda. That was such a powerful darshan of Devi Parashakti that we all received now. In the same space, let us now enter into the power manifestation. Today we are going to be manifesting this power of increasing the other person's height to someone else who are not with us. You can choose anyone else other than you. Yesterday and day before yesterday, we manifested the power of height increasing and height decreasing. Today, we are going to be manifesting the same power on someone else. We manifested this power for ourselves now. Now we are ready to manifest this power for others as well. So let us now get ready for this power manifestation. You can call anyone who you want to manifest this power for. Let us get ready. We are going to be increasing the height of someone else today. It can be anyone. It can be a family member. It can be your own relatives, your parents, your children. You can manifest this power for anyone. So you can call them and tell them that you're going to be manifesting the power of height increasing for them. You're going to be telling them that you're going to increase their heights with the power of third eye. And you can also tell them that this is one of the Ashtamaha Shaktis revealed in the Agamas by Paramashiva himself. And now you're going to be manifesting this power with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We are all now established in the highest space of oneness with Swamiji, Paramashiva, Parashakti. You have 2 more minutes. You can call anyone that you want to manifest this power for. And you can ask them to tell you how much height they have. A measuring tape. They can go and take the measuring tape, measure their height, the full height of their body. And they can just write it and keep if they're writing. If they're using a measuring tape, a ruler or a book above your head and mark on the wall using a pencil or anything. So let us get ready for the manifestation now. Exciting power manifestation. Every day, so many people are manifesting all of these extraordinary divine power manifestation of Paramashiva himself with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We have 1 more minute to get the person and mark their heights. You can ask them to mark their height and keep. This is the current height that they're having now. And after this, you're going to be increasing their height with the power of height increasing, which is described in the Agamas by Paramashiva himself as one of the Astamaha Shaktis. We have seen this powers manifesting in so many of the Hindu Puranas. One of the very famous one is the Ramayana, where Lord Hanuman uses this power and manifests this power. The power of Anima and Mahima. Yes, now that all of you have marked your heights, let us get into the power manifestation. You can ask them to sit down on the ground. They can sit on the ground, or they can sit in a comfortable position as they want to. And you can have a photo of them or have them on a video call also, as you can see them. If the person is with you, then you can just ask them to sit down in front of you in a comfortable. Close your eyes. Visualize the supreme point of Hinduism in your third eye now. Keep your eyes closed. Visualize any form of Swamiji that you feel the most oneness with, that you feel connected to. You can visualize any of those forms. Let us now start chanting the Mahavakya intensely. You can chant the Mahavakya internally, or you can chant it aloud. Start chanting the Mahavakya. Now, request Swamiji in your third eye. Swamiji, please manifest and increase the height of the other person by how much ever you want. You can request Swamiji the amount of height you want to increase for the other person. You can ask the other person also how much they want to increase, and then you can request Swamiji for that, to increase the other person's height by that much. You can request Swamiji, please increase the height of the person who you're manifesting for by 2 inches or 3 inches, or how much ever you want to increase for the other person. Increase. Just request Swamiji for that. And just intensely close your eyes. Visualize Swamiji. And chant the Mahavakya as you manifest the power. You have 3 minutes to manifest this power now. Continue to chant the Mahavakya. Chant the Mahavakya along with the Mahavakya which is being played. You can chant it along with that. Continuously chant the Mahavakya. Sit straight, intensely chant the Mahavakya and manifest the power.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We have 1 more minute to manifest this power. Let us continue to do the power manifestation. We have a few more seconds till we go to the next step of this power manifestation, which is verifying the manifestation that has happened in the other person. We have a few more seconds.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now let us move on to the next step of today's power manifestation, which is verifying the result of the power manifestation that has happened in the other person. Let us now go back to the place that we measured our height. Whoever you are manifesting the power for, you can ask them to go back to that place where you measured that height, the other person's height, and you can ask them to remeasure the height now and see how much has increased. If you are there with the other person, you can measure their height, or you can ask someone else to measure their height. Make sure that there are no error while measuring the height. However, you measured before to the exact same way method of measurement. If you did it with the measuring tape, please use the measuring tape and exactly measure the way you measured it before. If you are just measuring it on the wall instead of using measuring tape, you can go back to the wall and exactly measure it the same way you measured it previously, so that there is no error while measuring, so that we know the exact manifestation that has happened. We have 1 more minute to verify. Let us quickly verify the manifestation that has happened. We have a few more seconds. Quickly finish measuring the height and come back and be seated for the next round of power manifestation. You can call anyone else now, or you can manifest to the same person who you manifested for now, and again increase the height of that person more. Or if you want, you can call someone new who you want to manifest this power for, and you feel that they also need to manifest this power so that they also experience the power manifestation. So please call them and get them for the power manifestation, or if they're with you, just make them sit in front of you, but make sure to measure their height as well if you have not measured their height. If you're doing with the same person, there is no need to measure the height again, because if you already measured now. But if you are manifesting with someone new who you have not measured their height for today, So please make sure that you're measuring their height today, right now, before you start manifesting the power for them. So I give you 2 more minutes to measure the height for the new person if you're having. Quickly measure their height and come back and be seated for the next round of the exciting power manifestation. And also make sure to take the videos of you doing this power manifestation, because it's a rare opportunity that all of us are getting to manifest this divine power manifestations with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So take this time also to take a few photos and videos of you manifesting this powers, so that you can also post it on the social media and enrich the other people who are seeing. Yes, now we are going to be moving on to the next round, the second round of today's power manifestation. So this is going to be the last round today. So let us get ready now to manifest this power. Sit straight now with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And for the person who you're manifesting this power, they also can sit in front of you if they're with you, or if they're on virtual, if you're on a video call or something like that, or if you just have a photo of them, you can just ask them to sit down and relax. And you can just manifest this power for them, because they really actually don't have to do anything for this power to manifest in their bodies. So they can just sit down. So let us now sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. You can ask the other person how much they want to increase their height also, so that you can request Swamiji and increase that much for them. If 2 people are in the same place and doing this power manifestation, you can do it for each other also. So if 2 people are sitting in the same place, both of you can sit down on the ground, or as you're comfortable, sit straight, chant the Mahavakya, do the same steps for the power manifestation, and both of you can manifest this height for each other. But make sure that you have already measured each other's height also. So let us get ready now. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Sit in Padmasana. I request everyone to sit in Padmasana if you can sit in Padmasana. If not, you can sit in a comfortable position, but sit straight. Close your eyes. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in your third eye. Chant the Mahavakya intensely. Chant the Mahavakya. Now, start chanting the Mahavakya. Mahavakya is being played now. So chant along with the Mahavakya. You can chant aloud or chant inside. It is up to you. Keep your eyes closed. Visualize any form of Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where you feel the most connected to in the space of oneness, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Visualize that form. And now request Swamiji to increase the height of the other person by the amount you want to increase it. Just request Swamiji, Swamiji, please increase the height of the other person by 2 inches or 3 inches, how much ever is desired. Swamiji, please manifest this power. Close your eyes and intensely chant the Mahavakya. After requesting, continuously chant the Mahavakya. We have 2 more minutes to manifest this power now. So let us intensely chant the Mahavakya and manifest the power. We have 1 more minute to manifest this power. So let us quickly start manifesting the power and intensely chant the Mahavakya while you are manifesting the power itself. For the power manifestation to happen, be intense. Do not do anything else at this time other than power manifestation. Of course, you can take photos of yourself doing the power manifestation. We have a few more seconds to manifest this power. So let us quickly take a few photos of ourselves. We're going to be moving on to the next step of the power manifestation, which is the verification of the power that we have manifested. Yes, let us now verify the manifestation that has happened now. So all of you can go back to the place that you measured your heights initially and again measure your height now. Remeasure your heights the second time or the third time if you're manifesting the second round of the power today. So go back to the wall if you are measured in the wall. Stand against the wall straight and keep the ruler or a book or whatever you have used to measure your height. Use the same thing and remark the height above that. And see how much of height has been increased, how much has been manifested. So let us quickly measure our heights. And once you measure your heights, you can also post your experience on the social media with your photos tagging the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Facebook page SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam. You can tag this Facebook page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And also use the hashtag PPV, which is the Pacchai Pattini Vratham, hashtag Mariamman, hashtag KAILASA, hashtag Nithyananda, and also the hashtag Power Manifestation. So you can use these hashtags to post your experiences. So quickly finish measuring the height of the other person. And we are soon going to be moving on to the next segment of today's session. So you can use these hashtags to share your experiences. So quickly share your experiences on the social media, come back and be seated for the next session. So now we are going to be moving on to the next session of today's session. We're going to be moving on to the next segment. We have interesting segments coming up. So now let us come back and be seated. It is time to move on to the next segment. Thank you. Nithyanandam.
Do you sometimes feel like you are just going through life without a true purpose? Do you feel alienated from your own identity? Feel like you have no control or that you're living someone else's life? Everything you've earned, everything you've achieved seems meaningless? And the answer to the meaning of life is just out of reach? For generations, the sacred cosmic truth has been kept from you. We are divine beings, experiencing a human form in a playground of existence. Life was never meant to be a struggle. It was meant to be bliss. And it can be again. Join the Paramashivoham program today. Take back control of your life. Discover sacred cosmic secrets and divine truths about yourself, your world, and your reality. Take the leap to self-empowerment, self-realization, and a higher plane of existence. A meaning for life and a conscious cognition, a realization that you are a divine being. You are bliss, and you are one with the ultimate cosmic superconsciousness.
You are Paramashiva. You are not human being having spiritual experience as you imagine. You are a spiritual being having human experience. That's a truth. You are Paramashiva having human experience.
Do you sometimes feel everything you've achieved seems meaningless? And the answer to the meaning of life is just out of reach? For generations, the sacred cosmic truth has been kept from you. We are divine beings, experiencing a human form in a playground of existence. Life was never meant to be a struggle. It was meant to be bliss. And it can be again. Join the Paramashivoham program today. Take back control of your life. Discover sacred cosmic secrets and divine truths about yourself, your world, and your reality. Take the leap to self-empowerment, self-realization, and a higher plane of existence. A meaning for life and a conscious cognition, a realization that you are a divine being. You are bliss, and you are one with the ultimate cosmic superconsciousness.
You are Paramashiva. You are not human being having spiritual experience as you imagine. You are a spiritual being having human experience. That's a truth. You are Paramashiva having human experience.
Do you sometimes feel like you are just going through life without a true purpose? Do you feel alienated from your own identity? Feel like you have no control or that you're living someone else's life? Everything you've earned, everything you've achieved seems meaningless? And the answer to the meaning of life is just out of reach? For generations, the sacred cosmic truth has been kept from you. We are divine beings, experiencing a human form in a playground of existence. Life was never meant to be a struggle. It was meant to be bliss. And it can be again. Join the Paramashivoham program today. Take back control of your life. Discover sacred cosmic secrets and divine truths about yourself, your world, and your reality. Take the leap to self-empowerment, self-realization, and a higher plane of existence. A meaning for life and a conscious cognition, a realization that you are a divine being. You are bliss, and you are one with the ultimate cosmic superconsciousness.
You are Paramashiva. You are not human being having spiritual experience as you imagine. You are a spiritual being having human experience. That's the truth. You are Paramashiva having human experience.
Do you sometimes feel like you are just going through life without a true purpose? Do you feel alienated from your own identity? Feel like you have no control or that you're living someone else's life? Everything you've earned, everything you've achieved seems meaningless? And the answer to the meaning of life is just out of reach? For generations, the sacred cosmic truth has been kept from you. We are divine beings, experiencing a human form in a playground of existence. Life was never meant to be a struggle. It was meant to be bliss. And it can be again. Join the Paramashivoham program today. Take back control of your life.
Supreme part of Hinduism. After now having manifested the superconscious powers of Paramashiva, we now enter into the third segment of today, which is the Hindu words for today.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Swami, என்னாச்சு?
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda
Nithyananda, everyone.
Paramashivoham.
Welcome you all back. After having manifested the superconscious powers of Paramashiva, after having witnessed and had the darshan of Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we now come to the third segment of today's program, the Hindu words.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Every Diwali, this is just, I'd like to start today's segment by sharing my own personal experience. Every Diwali, we used to do a puja in the morning. It will happen extremely early in the morning, even before the sun would rise. My mother would do the puja. I would take bath, get ready, and come and sit next to her. In the evening, we would all, as a family, go and be a part of Diwali celebrations, which should be organized in our locality. Thousands upon thousands of people would gather and be a part of the Diwali celebrations. Various stalls would be set up, various vendors would come and display their stuff. Hindus from all across the city would gather. The exchange of culture, exhibition of new things, so many different things happen. It's a whole celebration which happens then at that moment. This is one of the earliest moments of where one of the very most vivid moments which I remember growing up as being a Hindu. And I'm sure each and every one of us growing up in our lives have such experiences like this. But then what happened? What changed? Why is this not the same way we carry about Hinduism right now? As a part of the celebrations, towards the end of the evening, the Rama Katha would go on, where the narration of the various stories of the whole Ramayana would happen. Looking back now, this is a very vivid moment where Hinduism was introduced to me. When we all look back in our lives, I'm sure each and every one of us have a moment, have an experience like this. The moments in our life where Hinduism was introduced to us. Some of these incidents may be small, some of them may be big, but all of them are impactful nonetheless. If you are grown up as a Hindu, then you know this was our childhood. This was the way we were brought up. But is this the way we are living life right now? Do we hold the same space, same place in our hearts for the great heritage as when we were kids? Most definitely not. From the time when we were small, things have definitely changed. We have changed. Change itself isn't wrong. Change itself is a part of life. How the sun rises east every morning, how the moon rises every night. The same way, change is a part of our life. It is bound to happen. The question which we need to ask is, have we changed ourselves for the better? To answer this question, we need to take a closer look at our childhood. To begin with, in school, the books we were expected to learn from and by heart, which were part of our syllabus, those books glorify the barbarians and their violent way of life. This is what schools teach as the heroes which we should look up to. And they also teach that Hindus are cowards. Wearing the kumkum, wearing the tilak, the bhasma, the dollars and pendants of our Hindu gods, discouraging, demeaning, and criticizing our sentiments, our heritage, our way of life in the name of secularism and modernism. Just start taking a closer look at the entertainment industry, music, movies, media. If you start taking a closer look at that, you'll start realizing and observing how the main character, the one which is portrayed as the hero of the movie, how these people are womanizers, how violent they are, and how the villain of the story is someone who most of the time is carrying various Hindu syllables, various Hindu symbols, living a Hindu lifestyle, representing the ones living Hinduism. Just see exactly what is happening here. Cunningly and strategically, Hindus are subtly being linked to villains and villainy. And the whole story is nothing but of justification to inflict violence upon the Hindu villain. After seeing such misrepresentation not once, not twice, but again and again and again, you start questioning what you were taught from your childhood. You're taught that these pundits were seemingly nice guys, someone who can help you during difficult moments of your life. But after seeing such misrepresentation again and again and again, you start having doubts. You start questioning everything that was taught to you as you grew up. You start thinking that all these pundits and everyone else who's authentically living Hinduism has some hidden agenda. And you start losing faith. You start losing trust in everything. You forget the valor of Krishna. You forget the grandeur of Rama. Instead of looking up to Krishna as a role model for the extraordinary sacrifice he did, you will only start seeing how Krishna is used to justify the intolerable behavior of people because of their compulsory patterns. And then we see how people start having Ravana instead of Rama as their hero. This is a big problem. When you have no guru, when you have no master, no power manifestation, this extraordinary life positive beings to look up to as your role models. Instead, you look up to the role models which are presented to you by mainstream media and society, which has a huge bias against Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism grew up with the best possible role models of our time in the temple town of Tirunamala. Tirunamala is filled with mystics, with siddhas, every other person manifesting some or the other power, some or the other Shakti. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism grew up with the right role models. The grandfather, the Purvashram grandfather of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, used to do Sri Vidya Puja till late in the night, sleep for just 2-3 hours, and again start his day in the morning. These were the real heroes, the real role models, which our generation needs and our next generation as well. It is because of the absence of the right role models, we start going behind Hollywood, we start going behind Bollywood and all other fictitious role models. If we actually look at what people are suffering with and what they want most in life, it is nothing like the lifestyle which is being portrayed in the media. Here we have some statistics of the top 10 things which people want in their life, conducted by various institutions, various research groups, and unanimously, it all comes down to just a handful of things which people want in their life. Financial security and stability, having a healthy life and well-being, having meaningful relationships with family and friends, a fulfilling career and job, personal growth and self-improvement. These are just some of the few things which people want in life. Whatever you want in life, as Hindu, you already have all of it. Stability in relationships, money, stable income and jobs, happiness, emotional and financial security, all of these are already a part of your lifestyle. All of this by default, you already can manifest it through your life because you are a Hindu. As per the statistics, whatever is most desired by common man is not the pub-based fall to illicit relationship lifestyle, which is being promoted by Hollywood and Bollywood. These are only a fantasy, not what people actually want. Just because everyone around you is talking about and glorifying it, doesn't mean that you have to go for it as well. because neither they nor you actually want that as your lifestyle. Sure, as a fantasy, maybe you want to try and experiment it, but do you want that to be your life? Most probably not. The lifestyle which you want, which the world truly wants, is already a possibility for you. Can happen in your life if you just practice and live authentic Hinduism. Here are some of the statistics of the benefits of having a stable family, which is the basis of all the success of Hinduism, a stable family. And so here I have some statistics to share with all of you. Children from stable families are more likely to perform well academically and go to college. Children from stable families are less likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Children from stable families are less likely to engage in risky behaviors such as drug use and premarital sex. Children from stable families are more likely to develop positive social skills and relationships, more likely to have higher levels of emotional security and self-esteem, less likely to suffer from chronic health conditions later in life, more likely to have successful marriage and relationships, more likely to have job stability and career success, most likely to have higher levels of financial stability. Overall, stable families have a positive impact on mental, emotional, physical health, as well as being of both children and adults. Everything which you want in your life can automatically happen just because you were born and brought up as a Hindu. If you have a youngster in your life, then it is time you strongly consider giving the best possible role model for them and their future. The best possible role model is available to us right now, who came from nothing, no money, no connections, absolutely nothing, but has now created a nation. Despite being subjected to so many conspiracies and assassination attempts placed on him, making the impossible into reality. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, giving them the best role model in their life. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. What other bigger role model can you give right now? Just take a look at everything Swamiji has accomplished, everything the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has accomplished. And despite against what odds? There cannot be a better role model for all of us today, for all of us in society. For a child's life, we plan for so many things. The food they should put in their system, the community in which they should live in, a safe neighborhood, the community having good schools, the regulations we put in place for the amount of screen time which the child should have. We plan for everything other than the right role models to expose them to. This is one aspect of a young one's life which are overlooked and not being taken. Should exposing the right role model in a child's life be a part of not only school curriculum, but an active initiative to be taken by parents. This is something which we all need to contemplate, all need to think about, and decide how we want to proceed with our future. The best way to give the right role model to our children, to our next generation, is helping them, giving them, hand-holding them, and helping them to attend the Paramashivoham program, where they have the best role model they can possibly have for life, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The direct incarnation of Paramashiva, the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, coming down on our planet for us, to show us the way, how we can achieve and manifest what we want in our life. And so now to learn more about how you can attend the Paramashivoham program, you can visit paramashivoham.org to register and sign up for the Paramashivoham program. And to cast your vote, to place your vote as to what should be the future of the next generation, what should be the future of our children, you can please head over to Twitter to the official handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which is Sri Nithyananda, and cast your vote as to should exposing the right role models in a child's life not only be a part of school curriculum, but an active initiative to be taken by parents. And so now with this, I'd like to lead you all into the next segment of today's program, which is the Nithyananda Satsang. Please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize the supreme pontiff of Hinduism residing in your Ananda Gandha as Paramashiva, with the 25 heads in 50 hands. And start chanting the Mahavakya mantra, Om Nithyanandam Paramashivoham, and allow the mantra to reverberate throughout the entire being. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandeshwar Sadashiva Samarambam Nithyanand. And also answer some of your questions. Understand, the first thing I want to tell you today, responsibility is not action, it is cognition. Actions may follow, but responsibility itself is not action. Listen carefully. Hindu scriptures are not Hindus. But if you destroy the Hindu scriptures, Hindus will be destroyed. Listen carefully. Hindu scriptures are not Hindus. But if you destroy the Hindu scriptures, within next few generations, the Hindus will not be there. Responsibility is not action. It is cognition, but if you don't allow that cognition, action will never happen. And the deeper understandings you need to have, actions may follow, but responsibility is cognitive shift. Well, there are so many implications. If you cognize, if you misunderstand responsibility as action, understand, if you know responsibility is cognitive shift, then beautifully you will allow the cognitive shift. Everyone wants cognitive shift. No one wants to work. That's the problem. But actually you don't need to work. Allow the cognitive shift. Without even knowing you are working, you will be working. Listen, listen, listen. Today morning I was seeing the Nithyananda Times. The devotees were sharing about power manifestation. Basically understand, the innermost core corner of you always knows you are Sadashiva, but does not make that as a cognizable reality or possibility. You feel, yes. Hindu scriptures are all telling from the beginning, we are God, we are God, we are God. Must be true. Who knows? May be true. But let us go for our next meal. Let us go for what need to be done. It is not becoming a cognizable, important, need to be internalized reality. Understand? For example, if you have $100 million in your bank account, you want to remember that again and again. So, from that cognition, you will make all the decisions about your life. Will you say, oh, there is $100 million, but what is there? Come on, let's go and live in my slum, old slum. No, you will not. You will only plan for, let me cognize, let me encash, let me liquidate, let me enrich my life, let me strengthen my whole life. Whatever way this money can add to my life, let me start doing it. You will start planning. As long as you don't start planning, the possibilities becoming reality in your day-to-day life, even if you know you are Sadashiva, it is not directly useful to you. My job is making that Sadashivatva in you as cognizable possibility. I tell you, only 1 or 2 powers I need to initiate. Later on you will see, you will start manifesting in your life. That is what is my job. For each one of you, my commitment, my responsibility is to ignite that Sadashivatva as a cognizable reality, where you are inspired to encash and start expanding and enjoying. That is why from next year I made Inner Awakening into 31 days program. Inner Awakening is getting expanded. All the Aushadha component of Sadashivatva, understand? The Aushadha component has 4 dimensions. Certain herbs are asked to be taken in. Certain herbs need to be kept between the teeth or in your ears or in your eyes during the process. That is second. Third, certain mutation actions need to be done to your body. Let me explain the mutation actions. Fire walking and taking bath in the turmeric water is one of the most powerful mutation. Understand, this season, this month, Adi month, is the usual season for dengue and all types of fevers. Hinduism is so intelligent. Everything is inculcated as a religious and spiritual practice. Do fire walking and take bath in the turmeric water. Keep few neem leaves outside the house. I challenge you will not have dengue. you will not have any of these fevers, these problems. Even with dengue, if you go to doctors, many doctors say, no, boil neem leaf in the water and drink. அதைத்தானடா நாங்கள் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம் 60,000 வருஷமா. If you walk on fire, the small wounds may not get created. Whether it gets created or not, it is mutation of the body. See, one of the side effects is health. There are other side effects where certain intense energies are awakened and negativities are nullified. See, the depth with which you feel violence and violated, with that same depth, if you feel sacrifice and commitment, devotion, that violence in you will be muted. The actions which you will feel violated if you are forced, you are doing it voluntarily in the name of your devotion and commitment and sacrifice to the God or goddess, becomes tapas, mutation of your fundamental instincts. If you are pierced, you will feel violated. If you are put in fire, you will feel violated. You will become violent. That same instinct is kindled. You go through that same instinct, that same action, that same thing with the clarity dedicated to my Kuladevata, dedicated to my Ishtadevata, my sacrifice to my Ishtadevata, Kuladevata. The same intensity is awakened, but muting your feeling violated. Sacrifice mutes, transmutes the feeling violation. Tapas transmutes the feeling violated, violence. Understand? Certain acts like fire walking, body piercing, all these are the third dimension of Aushadha. They are all third dimension of Aushadha. I think by now many people know in Mahasadashivam we are going to walk on fire. இதுக்கு தாடி போடுறாரா? Understand? The fourth dimension of Aushadha is inhaling certain herbal perfumes and smells while you are falling asleep. These are the 4 primary Aushadha processes Sadashiva is giving for raising you to a different dimensions of universe and making you manifest the multiple powers of Sadashiva, state of Sadashiva, space of Sadashiva. Understand? Sanatana Hindu Dharma is such a juicy tradition. Such juicy. விளைந்ததையெல்லாம் சந்தையில் விற்காமல் விதைக்கொரு கூட்டி வைத்தோம், கஞ்சிக்கொரு கலயம் வைத்தோம், கஞ்சிக்கு வைத்ததை நாங்களே குடிக்காமல் விஞ்சி இருப்பதை ஊரோடு குடித்துக்கொள குலதெய்வத்திற்கு கஞ்சி வார்த்தோம், கஞ்சி வார்க்கும் திருவிழா பெயராலே கூடி குலாவி வரும் வஞ்சிகளையெல்லாம் கண்ணோட்டம் பார்த்து திருமணத்திற்கு பெண் தேடினோம். தேடிய பெண்களோடு மாமன் மச்சான் உறவு முறை கண்டு நேரில் பேசி வாழ்வின் உறவை முதற்படியாக்கினோம். உறவின் முதற்படி வைத்து உயிர் கலந்தபின் உடல் உறவை கொண்டு வந்தோம். உயிர் கலந்தபின் உடல் உறவு கொண்டு வந்ததனால் பிறந்ததெல்லாம் மிருகமாயில்லாமல் மனிதனாய் பிறந்தது. See, when a relationship happens first, then the sex is brought into the relationship. You will have ultimate completion in life. If the sex is brought first and then the relationship is created, I tell you, 100% it is a failure. You are building a concrete building on empty sand foundation. Relationship first. Means foundation is right. Everything in Hindu tradition is such juicy. I am only a juicer, taking the juice of Sanatana Hindu Dharma out and sharing with you all. Responsibility as cognition first. Makes you not being frightened about the actions. Listen carefully. Even a great being like Vivekananda, when Ramakrishna says you have to go all over the world and teach, he says, no, not me, forget about it. Because your fundamental fear towards the action comes up if you are told the action you need to do. But still nobody is able to break the record created by Vivekananda. Once Ramakrishna made him realize, cognize his responsibility. Once the cognitive shift of responsibility has happened, The actions he performed, oh God, still nobody is able to beat the record. The number of discourses he gave in the number of days, the time, hard work, still nobody is able to break. I am telling you. Even I did not break that record. Maybe the quantity I broke, but not within the time frame. His whole public life was only 9 years. 1893, September 11, Chicago, he starts his public life. 1902, July 4th, he left the body. I need to verify whether July 2nd or 4th, maybe I think 4th. He left the body. That's all, 9 years. 1893 to 1902. But the work he has done, still nobody is able to beat the record. Means, if the responsibility is cognized, you will act without even knowing you are performing so much of actions. Without even knowing you are performing so much of actions. That is what I call enriching. Enriching means enjoying your responsibility. If you are cursing yourself and cursing everyone just to get few dresses stitched for the Gurukul kids, it is empowering, not enriching. Enriching means your responsibility, cognition is the Chidambara in which you are dancing. The enriching, the responsibility, cognition flowers first. Then the actions follow. It is no more action, it is Leela. It's play. Kuttu. Not even Natya. Even in Natya, you cognize viewers are sitting, Rasikas are sitting. In Kuttu, nothing is cognized other than the ecstasy and bliss. That is why we call Nataraj as Ambala Kuttan, not Ambala Natyan. Ambala Kuttan. Kuttu is nothing but Kuttu of modern day. Where there is no rule exists. Not even a cognition, somebody is watching exists. Not even a cognition, somebody watching exists. I tell you, enriching is all about responsibility, cognition first, then actions following casually, without even you remembering, you are acting. Without any pain or struggle, that you are acting. The cognitive shift of responsibility, when it happens in you, you become Devata. Daivatva enters into you. You become God. You become embodiment of Sadashiva. Embodiment of Sadashiva. Next year, all inner awakenings are going to be 31 days, because this Aushadha component I am adding into inner awakening, making it the most powerful conscious breakthrough program available to the universe from Kailasa. I am now acid washing the whole thing, and I am making it very clear. I don't want to be introduced as enlightened master and all this stupid. No. I am very clear. I am very clear. I am going to be introduced. I am introducing myself as incarnation as per Hinduism. And anybody opposes, I am going to defend and establish. Why these guys, so many modern, so-called modern day gurus, even though they have a deep down desire to claim themselves as incarnation, they always try to claim enlightened master, so the resistance will be less. It is not actually, this enlightened master idea is not at all from Hinduism. It's completely from Buddhism. A branch of Hinduism, not from the core mainstream Hinduism. So take some idea which is already spread without much resistance, even though it is compromising your own father's name, it is okay. Taking this kind of route, that is not for me. I am very clear. My father is Arunachala. I am very clear about it. So understand. So I am going to be very clear. The way I am introduced, I wanted it to be as per the Hindu scripture. And same way, why? See, these modern day gurus are also after constantly, whether I can grab this, grab that money, this, that. But they never introduce these concepts of Tulabhara Mandala. Why? Because these are all more Hinduic way. No. You give donation for that, you give donation for that. I am very clear. I am going to receive only in a Hindu way, even the donations. It is going to be only Pada Puja, Tomala Seva, the Tulabharam, only Hindu way. Introduction as per Hindu Shastras. Income as per Hindu Shastras. Expense as per Hindu Shastras. And all the charity also I will do only as per Hindu Shastras. Nanmarai arangal vonga. These fools are telling me, why don't you start school? You will get a good name. The Hindu monies, I'll build school to teach Macaulay's education system. Cheating. So even charity described in 4 Vedas. Nanmarai arangal onga. I wanted to tell this very clearly to the whole Sangha. Introduction as per Hinduism. So if the issues are raised, we will defend and fight it out. That is why we are here. We are not here to do pleasant. We are here to do right. So from today, anywhere you have any of my introduction material with this enlightened master idea, it is irrelevant. It is redundant. I am very clear. Destroy all those material. Incarnation as per Hinduism. Let the debating ground be Hinduism. So the moment even you come for debate, you have lost it. The moment you accept the debate, you lost it. And don't accept the debate, no problem. Clear, undebatable. I am very clear. Not only for our Sangha, even for all my devotees and disciples, I want to tell you guys. Slowly, slowly do this transition. Even your professions, careers, build as per the Hindu tradition and Hindu scriptures, because they are so much of life positive. And I tell you, the wealth you generated by being life positive is awarded to you as your richness in any plane. Please understand, with all my integrity to Sadashiva, I give you this cosmic legal advice. For example, if you are a doctor, an ethical doctor, and you are serving the life and making money, that wealth comes with you even when you go to Kailasa or Swargaloka, or when you come back to planet Earth. Please understand, I am very responsible when I am uttering these words. These are really true. But if you kill somebody, murder, sell alcohol or sell meat and make money, not only that wealth will not come with you when you move to different planes, that sin and the torture and the suffering follows you wherever you go. One of my close disciples who listens to my words, I told him, see, I can relieve you from any sin, but don't run non-veg hotel. Even I will not be able to help you handle when you leave the body. He listened and left it. Left the non-veg hotel. That was his profession, his bread and butter. But he said, Swamiji, you said, that's all, no more. He just shut it down. Contribute. For example, if you are running a software company and making money, it's a contribution. It's good for you. Contribute and make money. If you are selling a house, doing real estate, it's good for you. It's a contribution. In that, making profit is not wrong. But fundamentally, it should be contributing to humanity. Never do this meat, alcohol, that kind of business which is harming the beings. Same way, tobacco. Never, never, never do that. Tobacco, alcohol, and any of the violence related, like killing animals, or even the violence based silk, the silk which need to be produced by killing the silkworm. No, no, do not go for any of those careers and professions. Let your life be nanmarai arangal vonga. See, for example, when you are running a software company, you invest only $10,000, but you make $1 million, nothing wrong. That is not at all wrong. That's not at all. That wealth will come with you even when you move to a different plane or when you come back. Any wealth generated by contribution always comes with you. It is permanent. Never create a wealth based on violence. For example, you are a teacher. You teach good things, not bad things. Of course, if you are teaching to kill, that will not be a good money. If you are teaching people to contribute and generate wealth, that will come forever with you. Anything done by contribution, addition, will come with you forever. Understand? After all, we are Hindus. We are not that poor to look at the life as if only one birth and one plane. Pooh. Begus. Life is multiple, planes are multiple. You are rich, you are Hindu. Understand, this plane, planet Earth, is only Bidadi, guest house. Bidadi means actually guest house. That is why I built the campus on Bidadi, for you to remember ever and ever and ever. Bidadi means guest house. In Kannada and Tamil both, Bidadi means where you came to reside for a few days. You need to be constantly reminded. That is why Bidadi, 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 Bidadi. It is Bidadi Kailasa, means you came here to get ready for Kailasa. A bit of Kailasa, I brought it here to introduce it to all of you. It's a marketing department of Kailasa. Of course, very integrated. Very integrated marketing introduction of Kailasa. Understand? While you are in this plane, know very clearly life is multiple and planes are multiple. Plan your life as per that. That is what I am saying. Planning for eternal life. Nitya Jivana. Neither life is one nor planes are one. Life is multiple. When you are in this life, learn life is multiple. When you are in this plane, learn planes are multiple. And all your actions, responses, reactions, and responsibility be from this cognition. Essence of today's satsang. Life is multiple, planes are multiple. You are rich because you are Hindu. I have some questions to be answered today about initiation into Mahasadashivoham. I'll answer them. About Mahasadashivoham, I'll answer some of them.
Swamiji, we know Mahasadashivoham is going to be something extraordinary. Can you please share something about it so we can share with our friends and family and get them also?
To tell you straightforward, it is manifolding. It is actually opening up, happening. I can give you few words of introduction. It is going to be awakening the state of Sadashiva, through fundamental unclutching, Nirvikalpa Samadhi process. Then manifesting means awakening the space of Sadashiva intensely, completion with everything that exists. Then manifesting powers of Sadashiva using all the technology Sadashiva has provided, alchemy products, alchemy processes. The important contribution, Aushadha, tempering and transmuting and awakening your whole system for manifesting Mahasadashivatva. The four methods of Aushadha. Some herbs are taken in and some are kept in your body during the process. Certain tempering process is done to the body by fire walking and piercing and these kind of technologies, and some of the awakening perfumes, aura, are inhaled to raise the Kundalini Shakti and manifest Mahasadashivatva. Above all, ultimately, Mahasadashiva's initiation, Shaktivada. Maybe I will have to continuously introduce in few more satsangs for you to understand the difference between inner awakening and Mahasadashivoham. The whole inner awakening will be finished in first day of Mahasadashivoham. And whatever I shared till now, Shivoham, Nithyanandoham, Sadashivoham, all will be done in first 24 hours. When you walk in the welcome center, you will be given all the alchemy products. When you are welcomed along with your enema kit, how we give the Panchakriya bag now for inner awakening, you will be given all the spiritual alchemy products. Everything is done before you even come into the hall. I am also aligning all the processes for the modern day body, human body, and all the legalities of the country. So I will reveal more and more what Mahasadashivoham is going to be all about in the further satsangs, in further few more programs. If I have to say few lines about Mahasadashivoham, it is making you experience multi-dimensions of your consciousness and access to multi-dimensions of your universe, and manifesting all the dimensions of Sadashiva is Mahasadashivoham. Not just powers, powerful cognitions, everything. See, powers, all of you know, third eye power. You can do the remote scanning, body scanning, remote vision. But powerful cognition means if I can see what is happening there, it means there is no gap between what is operating in this body and what is existing in that house. This and that is one and the same. That is powerful cognition. If you can see somebody's home in New York sitting in Bididi, you can naturally see what is there in their computer, hard disk, memory. Then you can naturally see what is there in their memory itself, and physical, the body, biological hard disk, moving from powers to powerful cognitions, manifesting all Srishti, Sthiti, Vinasha, Trobhava, Anugraha, creation, maintenance, rejuvenation, and playing with delusion and liberation. Manifesting all this is Mahasadashivoham. Whenever I describe any of it, always looks too good to be true and too much for me. I think even this I am not able to grasp. How is it going to happen? Making things happen to you even though you are not able to intellectually grasp is the mystical operation an incarnation does. People come, sometimes people tell me, Swamiji, this Mahasadashivam, even introduction I can't understand. How can that become my experience? I tell them, okay, as if you understood the whole third eye circuit. I already made that as experience to you. புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதெல்லாம் அவர் பார்த்துக்கிட்டும்பா, அனுபவிக்கிறத மட்டும் நாம பார்ப்போமப்பா. Enriching and causing living Shuddhadvaitam Sadashivoham, the eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful. Understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life. But for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose of life. If you decide to take your life in your hand and rewrite your future, that is Ishwaratva, being a leader. Being a leader means rewriting your future. Please understand, I am not teaching you personality development. No. I am not interested in doing a personality development program here. I am interested in helping you to rewrite your future. Means a total, complete disconnect from your past root patterns, from the past ideas you carry about you and the world. I tell you, no one can enter into your completion. No one can change the way reality occurs to you. You are the master of your reality. A man who stops with the idea of impossibility continues to be in the lower worlds, lower existence. Man who goes on making impossibilities into possibilities achieves Ishwaratva, leadership, consciousness. Your DNA has some physical components like a sugar, so many other things, and they are kept together through water. The DNA strands and your consciousness is kept together through sound, and the kind of the sounds you use regularly inside and the kind of the sounds you stored inside matters, because through that sound your consciousness connects with the DNA and sends instruction, and DNA manifests your life. If you want superconscious mutation, listen. You need to disconnect the threads with which your consciousness and DNA is bound together, and alter the connecting point, the sound, into highest possible sound. What kind of a sound is used to bind your consciousness and DNA strands together? That decides what kind of a powers you are going to manifest and what kind of a life you are going to have in your body. There are 4 situations in your life where consciousness is directly influencing your DNA. When you are hungry, when you are angry, when you are lusty, when you are about to fall sleepy, too tired, just want to get lost, withdraw. These 4 situations, your consciousness directly influences the DNA. The door between the consciousness and DNA is open. During these 4 situations, if you use these 4 situations, you can detox, remove all the unconscious ideas, words you stored inside you, and you can pull them out at Mahavagya. Powerful sounds, Mahavagya, inside you. Anyone who decides to use Mahavagya to connect your consciousness and DNA will have the ultimate superconscious mutation. You will manifest health, you will manifest wealth, you will manifest beautiful relationships, you will manifest blissful life, you will manifest knowledge, you will manifest Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate powerful cognitions, and Paramashiva Vijnana, ultimate applied science of Paramashiva, and all the powers naturally.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशिवशक्तिमध्यमाम्